Hello you beautiful, beautiful people. Don't worry, regardless of how good I look, it's not a beauty channel. And what we're going to be talking about today is how to find the cause of your car running rough. Or more like how to eliminate the main causes of your car running rough. And I'm going to start with what I consider to be the biggest reason. Probably 95% of the time this is the reason for your car running rough, and that is it basically just needs a service. So oil change, oil filter, change the air filter, and most importantly change the spark plugs, because sometimes they get a bit old and worn out, don't fire properly, get a little bit of gunk built up on there, again they don't fire properly. And like I said, 95% of the time that'll solve all your problems. So now probably the other 4% of the time you're looking at something like a vacuum leak. Now these can cause a multitude of issues, usually present with starting to run a little bit rough, and how you find one of these is you can do it with water, but what I find best is to use something that's a cleaner based sort of product, like Brake Clean, something that comes in a aerosol spray, like Brake Clean, Easy Start, carburetor cleaner, that sort of stuff. Anything that's flammable when you spray it. And what you do is you find out where all your vacuum pipes are. While the engine's running, you go around and you spray them all. Not only that, you'll also spray all the air intake, and you'll also spray, not into the air intake, I'll add, just the actual outside of the pipes from the air intake, especially after if you've got a mass airflow sensor. Because if you've got a mass airflow sensor on your car, any air that gets into the system after that, it's not accounted for air, and that'll throw off the fueling ratio, and it could make your car run rough. Another place you want to spray is around the exhaust manifold. Basically anywhere like that. Exhaust manifold, intake manifold, all your vacuum pipes. Now you don't just go there and you spray it all in one go. You gradually work your way around. So you spray one pipe, wait a couple of seconds, spray another pipe, wait a couple of seconds, and just work your way around the engine that way. And what you're actually listening for is for the changing note in the engine. It'll go from running rough and it'll smooth out, or you'll hear the revs pick up in the engine. And basically wherever you spray, when you get that change, usually, or should I say all the time, that is where you're going to find your leak. So from there you just got to narrow down whereabouts it is. If you spray a whole section of pipe and it changes, it's safe to say that somewhere in that pipe is going to be the leak. Oh, excuse me. I haven't got coronavirus. Yeah, so freaking motorway is shut. So from there, you can then inspect it a little bit more thoroughly. If you find it's on a vacuum pipe, it's very simple. Switch out the vacuum pipe. They're very cheap and you can order them online. If it's around the exhaust manifold or the intake manifold, then you might need to replace the gasket. Or it might be worse than that and you find out that the manifolds are warped. It can happen, but it's probably unlikely, especially if your car's not really being messed around with. And I've already said, if it's on the intake after a mass airflow sensor, then you do need to get that sealed up. Now, if you can't find one, and you've got an older car and you can't find a new replacement pipe, then you basically, what you'll have to do is cobble a way to fix it. Whether that's with tape or stuff like that, that's going to keep it rigid. But yeah, you basically need to repair that, because any air getting in will just keep making it run rough and it'll cause other problems. So that probably equates for 99% of the engine running rough. Now, one other thing it could be, which I've neglected to mention, goes back to servicing, is a fuel filter. A fuel filter, once it gets clogged, restricts the flow of fuel going through, and if you're not getting enough fuel, then again your engine's going to run rough. So that the other 1% of the time, it could be a multitude of reasons. Now, I'm not going to go into that today, but if you've done everything, then the chances are is that you've got bigger issues. And if you're watching this video to try and work out what's going on, then the chances are is that it's going to be an issue that is out of your scope of possibilities to fix. Maybe not so much to fix, but to get to the bottom of, because once you've got into this area of what's up, you're talking damaged computers, electronics, all that sort of stuff, sensors not working as they should, time on belt skipped. There's going to be a lot of technical stuff that you're going to have to go through, and to be brutally honest, I don't know how to do most of that stuff. I don't know how to diagnose a broken engine computer, because it's not that it's complicated. It is complicated, but it's not something I'm particularly good at. And it also usually will require quite a lot of expensive equipment, which you're probably unlikely to have at home. So that is how I would go about sorting out a rough idle or a car just running rough. If you have enjoyed this video, then please subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video. See you later and goodbye.